told several times that laughter is medicine to the soul. Why were you laughing?
New Year resolutions.
Is that why you're laughing?
That's why I was.
Okay, so we should jump and pass.
That's why I was laughing. Because of the resolutions I make every year. I must stop eating chocolates. And I never am able to stop. That's why I was laughing.
So let's just jump straight into it. Queen Iwe is here with us. She's a holistic wellness coach. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
How many years have you been making this resolution?
Maybe about 20. And I've had a chocolate today already. Now you see why it's funny.
Okay, so why do health goals fail?
So just for me to laugh a little bit, because I know, right?
Some people are laughing at themselves already. Waiting. Hers is 20 years. Mine, let me count.
Since infinity.
But I achieved it 1 year.
Amazing.
For 1 whole year, I didn't eat a chocolate.
Wow.
And then I really can't tell you why
What happened?
went back.
Thank you so much for having me here again. So health resolutions. I guess we should start by just looking at what the global statistics says. 80% of people who set out, they set goals by February, it's already trashed or dumped. Like, I cannot come and kill myself syndrome.
Happy?
No, you didn't end it. I cannot come and kill myself and die.
Okay, no, I didn't know that there was a dying in that one.
I'm dying at the end.
Okay, so I think to start off with, a lot of people do not have specificity. So for example, I want to stop eating chocolate. I want to lose weight. I want to exercise more. I want to eat healthier. It's just there, but it's bland. Nothing becomes dynamic until it is specific. So if, for example, let's take the chocolate now, I probably would just be, I'll use you as an example. You want to stop eating chocolate, for example. How often do you eat chocolates? So let's say the goal is to stop eating chocolates. Well, for me, one of the things I share, because for me, I'm holistic, I do not practice or I do not preach all or nothing. Because many times when you go that route, you will not be able to sustain it. So what I preach is have those little treats or those little things that make you happy. Because if chocolate is your happy place, then you're depriving yourself of pure joy. But then you're able to balance it. So where you now want to set a goal, number one, don't say, I will stop eating chocolates entirely. That's not possible. But you can say, every week, I will give myself a treat, a chocolate treat every Sunday. So that's specific. You still have the opportunity to eat what you want, and enjoy it. But then it's tied to something that is specific, right? If you want to exercise, I want to exercise, or I want to lose weight. How exactly? How many kg? So you can say, by the end of 2025, I would have lost 10 kg, 15 kg, 20 kg, whatever it is, but you must tie it to something that is specific. I want to exercise more, or I want to exercise more, yes. How? Is it in the morning? Is it in the evening? How many minutes a day do you want to exercise? What days of the week do you want to exercise? What kind of exercises do you want to do? So when you're able to bring it down to specifics, what you're doing is you are training your brain to be able to identify and then respond to what you have said that is specific. Otherwise, you will just say it, it will just be what it is, and it will never happen. And that's why a lot of people, I want to exercise more. That you don't have a plan, you don't know how many days in the week you want to exercise, you don't know what you want to do, nothing is specific. So you start with so much zeal and zest, and then before you know what's happening, everything has, generally fizzled down.
I've been trying to lose 2 kg for 1 whole year. Mm-hmm. And I exercise.
Okay.
And I eat what I'm supposed to eat. Well, apart from the chocolates. And the cakes, of course.
And those ones will actually add.
I haven't even achieved 1 kilo yet.
You know, I was going to ask you a question. Okay. So let me just put it out there. All this that you have said, beautiful dogo turunchi.
Beke.
Now, here is why I said that. So you are able to sustain it for a month. I'm going to do this to this. I'm going to exercise for 30 minutes every Sunday evening between X time and X time until something comes your way. And then your schedules are totally altered. For instance, let's say a family, for instance, that says, okay, we have morning devotion until daddy has to leave home at 6 a.m. when the children are not awake. So what happens to family time? So that also now has to be rearranged from time to time. So that also could have an impact on those goals that you're talking about, right? So the specificity you're talking about.
Yeah, so one of the things that I have found tends to serve like as a stumbling block to a lot of people achieving their health goals is mindset. So the first thing that a lot of people contend with is the possibility of this really happening. Rather than think about what would not happen, why not just focus on the fact that this is what I desire and this will happen? When you get to those places where you have things to contend with, because your mind is set on the possibility, your mind now begins to recreate other options to ensure that it happens. For example, if a dad has to leave the house very early in the morning and you don't do morning devotion, the children wake up. Before you get to the office, let's say 8 o'clock, you can get to do a virtual morning devotion. Call via the phone and you guys do the morning devotion on the phone. So that's a way to think that this will happen. Don't think like I start and I stop. I'm not able to. Whenever there's anything that tends to oppose that goal that you have set, you will not achieve it. Anything you struggle with, it persists. So if you're struggling with, oh, I want to do this, I want, there's so much resistance. The possibility that the negativity would be stronger is because it's been there for longer. So what you need to do is to begin to reprogram your mind, begin to think in positive light what it is you want to achieve. And over time, I mean, for example, I have come to a point where I don't need to think about what I want to drink. Default is water almost every time, but it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen over time. There were times where I just wanted that sugar rush and I grabbed it, but for right now, it's more. So I realized like, okay, I'm not even thinking about this anymore. Over time, because I focused more on the fact that water is what my body needs, it nourishes it, this and this and this. This is what will be good for me in this season. And I'm aging, I want to age gracefully. So yes, of course, I want to age gracefully, yeah.
Okay.
And now, I have a default setting of taking water and even eating cooked foods after 12. It's now a default setting. So we have a lot of work to do with our minds. Trust me, your mind is the first place, like Reverend Sam said, I learned from him, success is first within, then without. Once you're able to see it, visualize it, claim it, own it, then it can begin to unfold and unpack. And then you would see it like an adventure because you begin to have new learnings as you go on. For example, you can begin to learn what triggers your chocolate desire. You might realize that, oh, anytime I get stressed, I reach out for chocolate. Okay, so what can I do to manage stress effectively? You know, you could just begin to have those learning points that help you, right, to navigate your love for a specific thing.
It's not a desire, it's just a habit.
It's a habit. I mean, you make habits, you break habits.
From when I was little.
Yes.
Okay, so here we are now. Perhaps another thing that might help the fellow listening to you and watching you right now is, what are health goals? You're not going to ask anyone what are financial goals. They know what they are. I want to make more money. All of that. But when we talk about health goals, what are health goals? You just talked about yours. I want to age gracefully. How do people identify what their health goals are, irrespective of whatever, intractable health conditions that they may have?
So I would say, think about it this way. We're currently in an economy that looks like people are surviving. So think about your health goal as something that will make you thrive rather than survive, such that as you journey through life, you are able to flourish in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit. Now, the thing is, it's for different people. So it also has to do with who you are, what you value, what your life goals are, if you have ambition, if you have desires, and all of that. That then will trickle down to what exactly you can define as a health goal. But one thing I could also say, it's something that helps you become a better version of yourself as you age. So it's not taking away from you, but it's even improving and adding much more to your life, right? And it's not only the body, it's your mind, it's your body, it's your spirit, it's 360, it's holistic. That's what I'll say is a health goal.
Now, the thing that you just talked about now, holistic, long-term and all, I've seen quite a number of videos on Instagram, on X, and I'm not thinking about what you're thinking about right now. I'm just seeing people just living, just to impress other people, and then their lives are being altered one way or the other. And I'm just wondering, at what point do people get to the point where they say, if I don't take action, there are consequences. There are long-term consequences to my short-term whatever. Maybe I should ask you this. Is fear enough motivation for people?
Well, it can be if it's... if I'm a coach, for example, and I desire that people should begin to exercise more or eat healthy, one way to make people become really afraid is to bring statistics, what's happening globally. This is what statistics say. People who are obese, if you're on the weight side, they tend to die young, early. They tend to have non-communicable diseases. Just generally amplify the negatives, because some people will never get to that point of awareness until something like that jolts them into reality. For some others, they have to get a doctor's report to say, this is where you are. If you don't do X, Y, Z, your life will not be long, and then they're jolted too. So fear in itself can serve, but it's something that is meant to motivate people to take action, to do the right thing. So as a coach, I may not come and shout doom on you, because that's not what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to steer you to take the right action or the right steps, so I can provide information, clues to say, oh, have you heard? Did you know this, that? For some people it would take like a year. Some people it would take like 2 years, depending on our different places of awareness and readiness. Like in coaching, there's different stages of readiness. Some people are not even in the place where they are ready at all. Some people are at the place where they are already aware but not ready. Some people are at the place where they are ready to take action. Some people are at the place where they are ready to maintain. So it depends on where people are per time. So for someone like me, it's to keep sharing information, reminding you, encouraging you. And I've had a client who for such a long time struggled, and I kept encouraging about 3 years. And one day she just sent me a message, and she had actually lost weight, like 3 dress sizes.
Yeah, but some people don't believe that it can always happen to them. Otherwise, why do we still have drug pushers? Oh, he was stupid, that's why he got caught. I won't get caught. So if you say that I need to lose weight or this, okay, my grandmother lived to 80 and she was obese. So it's in my family.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen to me. There's that kind of attitude.
I mean, when it comes to attitude, there's little or nothing you can do for such people. You keep hoping and, praying that they will be able to, get the message. But if someone is in that space, that's a mindset. And a mindset doesn't just change automatically. There has to be something, maybe a shock therapy or an experience that, then thrusts them into that, awakening, I need to do something about this. But people generally because I have clients who just did not do it, and I cannot change you. I cannot. So it's like they say, it is what it is currently. But such people may also have the opportunity, depending on what they encounter in life and their journey generally.
Yes. Let me take you back a bit. You were speaking earlier about living healthy. Can you just give us like a guide as to what we need to do?
Okay.
In broad terms, to be able to live healthy.
So I would say know where you are exactly. So it's important to take stock. Where exactly are you? A lot of people don't do that. So before you even start to have any goals or anything, know where you are. Oh, this is where I am. This is my health status. Know where you want to go. So I want to be able to do XYZ. Like I said, make sure it is simple but specific, right? And then set your goals. Set your goals. And when you're setting your goals, you can set, we know the SMART goals. For me, when I'm coaching, I say set smarter goals. One is simple. So I don't go with the normal SMART goals that we have. I go with S for simple and specific. Simple and specific. M for motivational, something that will motivate you to achieve that goal. So for example, if somebody wants to shed some weight, you could set a goal to say, by the end of 2025, I am, 3 dresses lighter, and I am living the life of my dreams. Something that really inspires you and is motivational. That's S and S. Then A, aligned with who you are and what you value. Personally, I don't like to run. So because they say it is good to run, it is not what I value. And it's not aligned with who I am. I like to walk. I will not run. That's not to say that I will not get to a level in fitness where I can run eventually, but I'm not going to start with running, because I know the day I start running, I will just say, this is stress, but I can't do this. So a lot of people just jump to the gym. It's not necessarily aligned with who they are. So they get there and they are overwhelmed with all the machines, everything happening, and they start and you hear them say, I registered. After I went that day, the morning they have been looking for me. So if you like to dance, why not start with dancing? Make a commitment every morning for 10 minutes. I will put my best music and I will just dance. And be crazy how you dance, but you're expending energy, your heart rate is pumping, blood is flowing, releasing endorphins. That's a good way to start. Aligned with who you are and then what you value. Then R is for realistic.
What did you say A was again? Sorry.
Aligned with who you are and what you value. Aligned with who you are and what you value. And A is realistic. So where you say, in 1 month I want to shed 20 kg. My reply to you is they play. Because it is not realistic, it is not sustainable. Research has shown that you can't shed 1 kg to 1.5 kg weekly. So realistically, you could say, at the end of the month, I can do 4 to 6 kg. So if you want to lose 20 kg, how many months would that amount to? That's about 5 months.
What if I go on hunger strike and I'm exercising every day?
They play. They play. Because the truth of the matter is, for that, you are depriving your body of nutrients, minerals, and everything it needs to work effectively. So you are even killing the body much more, because food is fuel for the body, right? But we also need to eat healthy and eat, nutrient-dense meals, right? Then T is for trackable. You should be able to track your goals. And that's why I said when you set goals, for example, you're shedding weight at the end of week 1, get on the scale. Have I lost? Okay, no. Why did I not lose? I mean, look at it. Okay, I didn't exercise as I needed to be. You should be able to track your goals, right? Then E is for, what's the E again? I'm trying to remember the E.
Exercise?
No, evaluate. You should be able to evaluate. Yes, evaluate regularly. How am I faring? What am I doing? And then the R is to revisit. and reward yourself. So you constantly go back to, where am I? You can do it weekly, you can do it monthly, you can do it quarterly. And whenever you have any small win, no matter how small, please reward yourself, because that's how you go back to the cycle and you keep going on and on. But by the time you get to the end of the year, even if it is just 5 kg you lost, that is enough motivation to keep you going for the next time.
Just imagine somebody...
5 kg is a lot.
That's something to start with. So one of the things I also find is that people expect so much so soon. Give yourself time, give yourself grace.
I just imagine someone saying...
I'm giving myself a year.
Say I should reward myself.
2 kg.
So I imagine, let us say, I want to reward myself with...
a bar of chocolate.
Well, this is another one of several. I think we're going to have you a little more frequently this year, in the year ahead, hopefully, Queen Iwo. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Queen Iwo is a beauty consultant, a wellness strategist, weight loss coach, holistic wellness coach. Thank you so much for your time again.
My pleasure.
Okay, so what do you call that last segment again?
The home stretch.